Hello, friends. Hi, how are we today? I hope we are all doing well. I am doing fantastic. I am here for the week of September 23rd through 29th, which means tomorrow is where the next plan with me will be into October, and I will be filming that in March, so I am not that far behind. Everybody calm down. I'm far behind. I know I'm 6 months behind still, but still, it sounds better to say that you're only 2 cues behind. Anyway, I am using this phenomenal kit from Dash of Sun. I loved it for school and it's perfect. As you all know, if you haven't seen the other videos, you can go check them out. But for the entire month of September, I did all academic videos because it was my kiddos' first year at school, and I just thought, September has that vibe. And also, if you're in Ontario or Southern Ontario, or if you've been a factor of global warming, essentially, it's not the same temperature as it was. It used to be very chilly in September, cold like all the time. And now you can have days up until October in the 30s, which is like the 90s and hundreds for my American friends. So I just thought it would be nice to do a month of academics where we don't sort of attribute a weather to it. I love this kit. This is the old format kit from Dash of Sun, which I a little bit prefer because it does have a little bit more of what I'm looking for, but that's okay. Still beautiful, still wonderful. And what I really particularly extra love about this kit is the bottom washi is straight across the whole thing, which is beautiful. I actually don't have a preference either way, but like it's convenient to have it right across. But where it used to be her strips of foil for the divider headers, she's actually just made them into like foiled, beautiful, a little bit smaller than a regular header, but like bigger than the foiled ones. And I love this particular grid pattern. Like it just, I love it. And she elected to go for rose gold with the kit, so that was nice. I brought in some of my rose gold icons, which is lovely. And I was trying to figure out where I was going to put the headers, and then I decided to put them just right on top of each of the full boxes, which gave me a little bit more time to, not a little bit more time, but a little bit more space to play with. And that made it so that I don't think I had to, yeah, I should be looking at my planner. I don't think I had to pull in any extender labels, which was really nice. It was a very busy week until Saturday, and then it wasn't. Saturday was a recovery day. It was a really, really, really rough day. And in hindsight, it was a bit of a rough week, but we'll get into it when we get into the day by day. Now, something that I did this week, and I don't know why I chose to do it this week, and I don't know that I will do it again because it's just insane. But I decided to go through a voiceover for my day by day. And again, I think it's super unhinged. So I hope that you stay and join me for that. It'll be a fun adventure. But also for parts of the week, I just randomly forgot to pull stickers for the rest of the day. So I ended up having to like pull in stickers a bunch of times. It was very odd, very unique. Anyway, I am about to go into the day by day, so I hope you like it. Hi guys, decided I wanted to do a talk through for my day by day, which I haven't done in a hot second. I don't know why I chose today. There's no specific reason, but I thought without further ado, let's just get into it. So on Monday, it was an incredibly rainy day, and I'm just going to use this icon from Paper and Milk, just to note that it was a rainy day. And then I did a voiceover, and then I did an edit and an upload. I don't know, I don't know what I'm feeling, but I feel like very, oh, sorry. So that is from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. And the edit script is also from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. If you wanted to, you could use my code ALEX20 for 20% off your order. Edit, upload. Oh, I guess there wasn't as much on this day as I thought there was because I put in a workout, and I don't know why I forgot to put that in. Anyway, I was working from home on this day, so I edited and uploaded before work. I used a Paper and Milk Maru just to note that I work from home. Then I did quite a big workout, and I do mean quite a large workout. Normally I wouldn't add it doesn't need to be big, but it kind of does. So I'm just gonna do I'm just gonna do this just to add a box in, just to give it to some life. So there, and my husband and I got to spend some time together doing groceries, because that's what you do when you're an adult. And just to make this section feel a little bit fancier, I am going to add this lacy little divider. Now this one is probably hard to see on camera because I find these ones are very small, very delicate, and then the pastels are particularly hard to see, but it's like a peachy pastel. And you guys know I don't normally mind if it's like off center a little bit because it's my planner, whatever. No one else is going to see this after these videos, but even that was too much for me. So then we just did groceries. Then, oh yeah, I forgot about this. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to mark this, because for 2 days I had training out of town. Perhaps I'll make another section just with these leftover dividers. So training out of town. Okay. Oh, that's again too crooked even for me. Oh, it's not in frame. This is so much better when I voice it over. So why was that too long? It's not too long. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Don't answer that question, guys. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. What is that too long? That's so weird. It's not normally too long. Anywho, it was another incredibly rainy day. So why is that? What is going on? What is going on in my life that this continues to be an issue? Okay, Alex. Why is it? Okay, I give up. The rainiest day ever. Okay. Gonna be dramatic there. Okay. We went to Starbucks in the morning. My friend and I commuted together to the other town. And then my friends and I, because we don't get to be in the same office as each other, we went out for lunch. It was so much fun. Yeah, we went out for lunch. And this is, sorry, I should tell you where everything's from. This is Fox and Pip. This is Paper and Milk. This is a leftovers, but I believe that it is from the Prairie Planner, the Coffee Monsters Co. And then, did I just forget to mark a bunch of stuff? I went to bed early. And then an Amazon delivery. I just forgot to like pull stuff. What? What? All right. Well, okay. I guess all right. I guess I'm pulling some stuff. Squish Gets a Package should be in here somewhere. Guys, this is why I should do stuff off camera. This is silly. This is silly. Okay. This is a book series by Emily Rath called Pucking Around. Is that what it's called? It is. Pucking Around. Let me know in the comments if you read it. I feel like it's deeply Canadian. Anyway, and then I went to bed early that night, so I think I'll just pull in a Coffee Monsters Co. bed early. Who would have thought we were doing a plan with me like this, 2018 style, but here we are. My goodness. What a bad time for my voice to be going. My voice is always going, by the way, if you're new here, so... All right, early night. So this is obviously from Crocs and Cactus, and then this is from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. This is not from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. This is from the Coffee Monsters Co. My lord, I am clearly not with it today. All right, moving on to Wednesday. On Wednesday, I'm gonna mark it the same as I did this way, except for I was feeling adventurous, so I have this, and this is a Gracie from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. And you cannot get her anymore. She does not exist. Sweet Tea Sticker Co. moved on to Olivia Icons. And that was the end of that. All right, see, how did that work out so much better? Okay, I did do daycare drop-off on this day, and I do want to mark it. And I pulled in this beautiful, very deep tea. Is this right? Am I doing this right? I guess so. All right. All right, this deep teal green that does actually match the greens in this kit with rose gold foil from Clever Gal Crafts. I don't know if she's open anymore. I haven't seen her in a really long time, but because I have to write next to this, I might as well just write on here. Here we go. All right. I love the colors in this kit. It's just so academic, which is the point, obviously. And then we got McDonald's on this day instead of Starbucks. I can't remember why. And then this day I also went out for lunch with the girls, which was nice. And I'm just going to use another box to note that. I think I'm going to bring in this deep teal. Yeah. Deep teal color again. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Obviously marked the same as here. Typically, this is a one-off, but when I have to mark things the same in my planner, I like to use the same icons for them. And then if I have to do something like work in the office and work from home, my work in the office will be the same, and then my work from home icons will be the same, but they'll be different than each other, just to like mark the difference. And let me know if you guys do anything like that in the comments down below. Then afterwards, we played outside. It was an autumnal day. And then after that, I changed the sheets. And then I had a really scary evening. I went to the hospital because my littlest wasn't able to breathe. And that was one of the most terrifying things that has ever happened in my entire life. And he's totally fine. They got him to the hospital, and he vomited everywhere, all over everything, including me. We got him. They put him on oxygen for 2 hours, not even. They put us in a room, which was great because there were no rooms. And then 4 hours later, they're like, yeah, he just has a really high fever and probably pneumonia, but don't worry about it. It's not really serious. And then they just let us go. Thankfully, my mom is a doctor, so we dealt with it all after. But like, it was a very alarming situation. And they said, he's fine, apparently. Actually, you know what? Before I move on to this, I'm just going to pause it and fill it in. Okay. It has been a very short amount of time for you, but a very long amount of time for me. Literally filling out my spread is my least favorite thing in the whole, did I fill out the rest of my spread? I did. It's literally the least favorite thing in the whole entire world. Also, I'm using this pen in olive. It's the Energel Curo. I wish they had it in a 0.5. The 0.7s are just a bit too thick for my writing style, but I actually think, you can't tell, the whole point of these pens is that they're supposed to be dark and they're supposed to be like black, but you're adding like a hint of something. So like on this page, I don't know if you can tell. I can, but this is their Bordeaux color, which is like a red color, and I think it's really nice. But like if you were looking at it from far away, it just looks black. And like this color too, although this is very much less obvious. However, I will say it's slight, but this is a much thinner barrel than this Rytec up gel pen and the cleaner Energel pens. I mean, they're all Pentel, right? But, well, these two are. I like a thicker barrel. I think it doesn't cause my hand to cramp so much here after I broke it. But I love this color. And I'm trying to write fast because I'd like to film the rest of this. It's a problem. I know. It's definitely a first world problem, but like, there you are. That's what I struggle with when I'm doing my first world planner stuff. Anyway, moving on to Thursday. On Thursday, we were home from the hospital at 3 a.m. My kiddo was raring to go. I was not. I think this little emoji from the Coffee Monsters coat was perfect. Then I walked Owen to school, and I think I will just add a little for that. There we go. That's nice. Then I did, what? Did I really? And I forgot to add a laundry icon. What is happening? Okay, well, okay. I'll just use a squish laundry icon, I guess. What a weird day. What an odd day. I don't know why I missed so much. That's weird. I think that's weird. Anyway, so I did some laundry this day, and then I worked from home, and then I filmed. What? I missed like everything here. Anyway, I RSVP'd to some birthday parties. And then I filmed May 13th through 19th base, which is alarming because that is almost a year ago. I am just at the end of March right now while I'm filming this, and I am only just getting into October. I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to move that up a little bit. Oh my God. This is a disaster. This is why I can't talk and plan anymore. Okay. Then I did a workout. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. So then I did a workout, and then I did laundry. All right. No, I've got it twice. What? I must have done a lot of laundry this day. Oh, because of the vomit. Right. All right. There you have it. Okay, moving on to Friday. On Friday, I took a sick day, and I'm going to use a big half box for that. I do not take sick days, ever, ever. But I was so done and so not feeling well, and also my kid vomited on me. Sue me. If they haven't warned you already, if you're going to have children, I really just want you all to know that you're going to get sick, and it's going to be bad. Alrighty, here we go. And I'm not even joking. Prior to my kids being born, I actually did not even have my sick day stickers in binders because that is how rarely it happened. Okay, sick day. All right, then what did I do? I walked Owen to school on this day. And then, oh yeah, so my littlest and I went to Once Upon a Child together. So I'm going to use this Coffee Monsters Co. Mom and Baby. And there really wasn't much planned for the day. So then my little guy was sick, and I'm just using another Coffee Monsters Co. emoji with a little kid. I'm just going to, I think what I'll do is I'll use one of the lacy dividers here. Right here. That's nice. And then up top, just so I can create a little bit of a something there, I'll use two of the decorative headers together to add a little bit of like something. Excuse me. Excuse me. The thought process behind this is not much. Whatever floats my boat is really what the thought process is. Okay, now we move on to Sunday. Sunday was actually a very big day. So I'm actually going to try something with these lacy ones. Not because this is a particularly special thing, but because I'm just marking it. My kiddo had his first ultrasound. He's fine. We just needed to make sure that everything was fine. So I used this Tummy Trouble one from the Coffee Monsters Co. And then that afternoon I went to Costco. As a family, we went to Costco. And then what I think I'm going to do is just, because I can and because I literally have nothing else on this day, I'm just going to put this extra box. Yep. That's perfect. That's what I want to do. And I'll just put this extra divider because literally I don't have anything else written. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I've ever done that before. That's new for me. All right, moving on to Sunday. On Sunday in the morning, we went to this conservation area near us to feed some birds. So that was nice. Then we went to the mall to meet our friends. And I'm just going to put this. I thought this one was super duper cute. The mom and the kid. So my biggest tried a hot chocolate and decidedly did not like it. Then I am going to put down a full box just to know that we had a play date with the same friends that we went to the mall with, which was really nice. And this play date sticker is from Fox and Pip. Then my little guy and I did some reading together, which was also very nice. Just him and I. And then my big guy and I did drawing together, also very nice. And then that evening, my husband and I watched Rings of Power together, which was exceptional. I love that show. I cannot wait for it to come back. What a great show. All right. And that was my entire plan with me. And I'm so, I have to fill it in. All right, guys, see you soon. Okay, again, it's been a very short time for you, a very long time for me, but I do love how this turned out. This was pretty cool. I don't know that I'd do it again. It's not like my kettle of fish every single time, but we're making progress, and honestly, this is one of the nicest kits. There are a few people who do kits quite as well as Chelsea does, like of Dash of Sun Design. Like, and I think the grid pattern on these dividers is just stunning. My light isn't picking things up, I don't think, really well, but this is beautiful. I'm so glad I got to use this kit. I'm so glad it's here in September. I really hope that you like this video. I can't wait to see you in the next one. I hope you are all staying safe and well. Toodles!